Hey, and welcome. We're absolutely swimming in data these days, but let's be honest, raw numbers don't really tell a story on their own. So, how do we find the narrative that's hiding in that huge sea of information? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful tool that's designed to do just that.
So let me ask you something. Picture this. Someone just drops a spreadsheet on your desk, and it's got 1 million rows. A million. I mean, you could scroll for what feels like forever. Where do you even begin to find anything important in there? It's a classic problem, right? Total data overload.
And the thing is, just staring at a wall of numbers, it almost never works. Our brains just aren't really wired to spot complex patterns in endless rows and columns of text. But the moment you can see that data, oh man, everything changes. The big idea here is shifting from just looking at numbers to actually visualizing the story they're trying to tell.
And that brings us perfectly to the hero of our story today. Let's talk about the tool that's powering this whole visual revolution. Let's meet Tableau. So what is it exactly? Well, at its heart, Tableau is what's called a business intelligence tool, which is just a fancy way of saying it's software that helps companies make smarter decisions with their data. It was built for one main reason: to help people, like you and me, actually see and understand our information by turning it into these interactive visuals that finally make sense. This right here is the perfect before and after. On the left, you've got that raw data. It's overwhelming, and finding trends is pretty much impossible unless you're a specialist. But then, on the right, with a Tableau visual, the patterns just jump right out at you. It's so much more intuitive. You can think of it like a supercharged, really interactive version of the charts you can make in Excel, but it's built to be used by everybody, not just the data experts. So how does it actually pull all this off? Let's break down its core capabilities, or as I like to call them, its superpowers. Okay, first up is data connectivity. This is where it gets seriously powerful. Tableau can connect to almost anything. I'm talking a simple Excel file on your computer, your company's Salesforce data, or even a massive cloud database like Google BigQuery. Then, second, it creates interactive dashboards, not just static reports. This means you can, say, click on a region on a map, and the whole dashboard instantly filters to show you data for just that area. It turns data analysis from a one-way street into a real conversation. And you know what's really amazing? How easy it is to get started. You're not writing lines of complicated code. Nope. You just connect to your data, you drag a field like sales onto the screen, and boom, you've got a bar chart. Then you grab date and drag it over, and just like that, it instantly turns into a sales timeline. It's all about this process of visual discovery, where you ask questions just by moving things around. So this is the most crucial point right here: no coding required. This is an absolute game changer. Why? Because it takes data analysis out of the hands of a few specialists and puts it right into the hands of the people on the front lines. It lets a marketing team optimize their campaigns on the fly without waiting for an analyst, or helps an operations manager spot a problem in the supply chain just by looking at a dashboard. It's huge. Now, it's important to know that Tableau isn't just one single piece of software. It's actually a whole ecosystem of tools, all designed to help you create, share, and even showcase your insights. It's all about taking your work from your own desk to your team, or even to the entire world. So this ecosystem basically starts with Tableau Desktop. That's where the data analysts and creators build all the cool visualizations. Then, once a dashboard is ready, they publish it to Tableau Server or Tableau Online. That's where the rest of the business teams can go to see it, interact with it, and collaborate. And for anyone who wants to share their work with the whole world, there's Tableau Public. It's a free platform that journalists and data hobbyists use all the time to showcase their findings. Okay, enough about the how. Let's get to the really fun part. What kind of awesome, insightful things can you actually create with this thing? Well, for starters, Tableau is incredibly smart when it comes to geography. If you have a column in your data with zip codes or states or countries, it just knows what they are. You can plot your sales data on a map in literally seconds, and you don't need to know a single thing about latitude or longitude. You can also create something called a heat map. These are perfect for showing density or concentration. So, imagine you want to see which neighborhoods have the most customer activity. A heat map would instantly show you the hotspots, with darker colors drawing your eye right where you need to focus. Next up, we've got tree maps. These use these nested rectangles to show you how a whole is broken down into its parts. For example, you could have a big rectangle for your company's total revenue, and inside that, smaller rectangles for your best-selling product categories, and even smaller ones inside those for individual products. It's a fantastic way to see that kind of hierarchical data all at once. And for a really practical, everyday business use case, there are Gantt charts. These are perfect for project management. They let you track project schedules, see how long tasks are supposed to take, and monitor your progress over time, all in a super clear visual format.
And all of this brings us to one final, really powerful idea. Tools like Tableau let us instantly drill down into our data. We can click from a world map to a country to a state, all the way down to a single store. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. How does this ability to actively explore and question our data, instead of just passively reading a static report, fundamentally change the way we discover and understand the world around us?